Hello guys, so many people have been asking us to make our recommendations for quarantine self-isolation, what to watch on the telly, whether it be films or series to stream, films to watch. These are things that we think would be a good idea to watch if you've had enough of your family looking at each other, talking to each other.
Yeah, just things, because it's interesting because we see so much stuff, so it's just like the things that quite, without too much thought, that come to the front of our mind to recommend.
Plus we're also having withdrawal symptoms because we can't go to the effing cinema.
Yeah, I know.
Which is a bloody nightmare. But there are so many choices, whether it be Netflix. Today Disney Plus has landed. I'm particularly excited about one series on Disney Plus. What?
Has one of the dogs farted? I was going to say that.
Probably Nanny died.
Nanny died.
Well, you have farted 3 times.
Oh, 3 times in the history of my life. Sorry.
All in one day.
Did Nanny die grunt in the middle of everything?
Oh my god, it's so bad. It's cheating.
2 dogs lying down.
Most families, it's very hard to watch things, isn't it, without other people with you. There's lots of loyalty and like breaking of loyalty if you watch something and then don't watch it.
It's actually a really good point, because maybe that's something that we could take into consideration with this period of isolation.
Absolutely.
Because people will have to find ways to be on their own, because otherwise we'll all go mad.
Yeah.
So maybe this is the time, as well as watching stuff with the family, to go, oh, that thing that I've always wanted to watch that no one else does, I'm going to take myself off and watch it.
Because I would sometimes characterise you, Nadia Sawalha, off the telly, who's no longer on the telly, but is off the telly. You could be a bit of a box set bully sometimes. It's like, we're not watching this, I don't do horror. Not watching this, I don't do violence. And then suddenly the whole series goes down this morning. I wanted to watch The Wire.
No, but I always watch. I always offer to watch stuff.
You do?
That she's.
I always watch
Absolute
stuff.
rubbish.
very
You absolutely love watching all that stuff with Maddie late at night.
No, I do love watching that sort of stuff. But there's other stuff that I'd like to sometimes watch with you, but you don't want to watch because you won't do it.
Oh, you never want to watch anything like that.
I do. I even like. Anyway, we're not going to have that rap. So let's start with Kiki B. What's your first thing you'd recommend people to watch on your list?
I'm not okay with this.
I'm not okay with this.
Love
You could
that
just try
series.
thinking of anything that you can think of. Don't worry about
She
that.
just said the series.
Oh, that's the name of the film!
Did you think she was saying I'm not okay with this?
Oh, I thought we were going to have a therapy session. I thought, oh, good for Kiki saying I'm not alright with it. Looks
It's the name of it, man.
I get that now, but I didn't know.
You suddenly took on the therapist role.
I don't think it's quite that funny, if you don't mind. A little face going all serious.
Imagine if you saying I'm not okay with
Just
this.
try and think of something like
I call it,
She's not okay with this.
What?
I say I'm not okay with this.
I thought suddenly you decided you're okay with it. You're the first one to say that you weren't happy. Clearly very, very funny.
That was very funny.
It's only the hottest, hippest, most like of the now series there is.
Okay.
And you've seen it.
And you've
Have
seen
you
it.
seen
The girl with the powers and the
Last week you watched the
Finished it last week, Mum.
The boy in the government.
Oh, it's great!
So there we go. So Kiki, so it stars Sophia Lillis,
I'm Wyatt Olaf.
Wyatt Olaf. We've all watched it with you actually on your recommendation.
It's so good.
It's so good.
We
all watch it.
Huh?
Why tell
You
that?
always
I
shout.
only have a shout because I'm normally competing with your
Why
voice.
tell love sounds like it should be.
It sounds great, but we've seen it. It is cracking. It's by the same producers and director as End of the Effing World.
No, yeah.
Yeah, and Stranger
Stranger
Things.
Things.
Yeah, producers, I think.
So basically, it's these two. It's following this young girl, isn't it? After her father has died, and it's brilliant. It's
Yeah.
brilliant. It's
And
absolutely
I have to say, Wyatt Olaf, is that his name? Yeah, Wyatt Olaf. Absolutely heartbreaking performance. I thought.
yeah.
He's brilliant. And it's so it does an amazing thing where it's like End of the Effing World, but different.
Yeah, so like it.
But so different.
I thought it was so like End of the Effing World, which at first kind of bothered me because it
Yeah.
had
Did it?
all of the same, like even down to the music, the way it was shot, the
and
way
the
that
awkward
she's quite
dialogue.
angry and he's really like this kind of sweet, nice guy that she takes advantage. Like so, but I ended up loving it for sure.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good one for people
And I
to
have-
watch because it's quite short as well. It's only like 6 episodes and they're all 20 minutes long.
And that's the thing that Kiki was saying to me. I really like the fact that the shows are as long as they need to be, which means
Yeah,
that
you
they
can
are
binge watch
absolutely
them
strong.
really
And can I just say,
Easy.
as a pre-warning to anyone watching this in isolation, it has one of the most dramatic endings of any series I've ever remembered seeing in my life.
Yeah. Okay, well, something maybe for the mums. I loved the first series of The Crown and was so excited about the second series, and I didn't like it.
No, you loved the second series. We hated the third.
Oh, the third.
Yeah.
So the first and the second
Telling her
series.
what she-
But you might still like the third series. But if you, because
We
lots
gave
of
up on it,
people,
didn't we?
lots of people I know, because it felt like at one point that the whole world was watching The Crown, but lots of people didn't see it, and I would highly recommend it. You
Yeah.
could lose yourself and box set the
I
whole
haven't
lot.
seen enough of the third series to know, but I was so attached
more-
to the original cast, I
Yeah,
think. So.
yeah.
It's a bit of an obvious one, but The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, yeah. Well, tell us why.
Yeah, well, the first. What is so funny? The first.
Are you okay with this?
Just say what you can think of.
Very brave of you at this stage. Obviously, it has to come out. Oh, bless her little face. She's telling us all. Anyway.
I'm not okay with this.
I'm not okay with this.
All right.
So yeah, the original series is fabulous, and it's based on the book, and we all know what it's about. It's about a society where it's fractured into men and women separately, and
A major feminist.
a major feminist trope, and going back ages. And actually, just talking about the series, the second series was good until halfway through it.
Right.
And then I almost felt that Margaret Atwood was sitting somewhere writing it.
Yeah.
Because there was only one book in the beginning, despite what's happened since. And then I watched 2 of the third series and didn't like it at all.
Right.
So the first series is absolutely, you have to watch this. Not only in terms of, it's a bit like what's happening to us now, in
Right.
the sense we're
Lockdown
in
and
science
all that. Yeah.
fiction, Armageddon, hell. Except even worse, because it's split between men and women. And I mean, it's very
A bit gruesome, extreme,
very
explicit.
extreme.
That's what
Very
you struggled with, wasn't it?
Yeah, I
I
found it
liked
too
the
much.
book.
Yeah,
Yeah, you loved the book,
yeah.
didn't you? I think Kiki, well, when she's a bit older.
I mean, what I would say is be prepared. There's terrible brutality,
Yeah.
rape, violence.
My top recommendation, if you want to be immersed in some really American, escapist, remarkably performed drama, is Succession.
That's my right up at my top.
Yeah,
David.
Succession.
Favourite one of
Succession.
the year.
I think Succession,
Last for
there
10
are
years.
2 series. The third series is landing later this year. This is a great opportunity to embed yourself within this family, this remarkable family that is, off the scale billionaires. Nothing relatable about them, and yet everything about it is relatable.
Based on Rupert Murdoch's family
Loosely
and
based.
very
Loosely
very,
based.
and another billionaire.
Yeah.
So they've mixed this kind of loosely based on 2
But it's
families.
brilliantly performed. It's crisply written. I mean, it's a cracking watch. It really is. I mean,
I think I'd go as far as to say it's the best
Yeah.
drama I have ever seen.
yeah, which is
Definitely.
why I was a bit worried. I was a bit
Because we
surprised.
love Ozark.
Yeah.
And well, maybe they're on a par.
Yeah.
I just put this one down. I put South Park down. Just
Oh,
because
nice. What would you
it's
recommend
such
watching
a
it
laugh.
from the beginning?
I mean, it doesn't really matter because.
No.
And everyone's kind of watched South Park or some South Park episodes, so it doesn't. But it's just, there's so many episodes and it's really good to just watch. I feel like, especially at a time like this, because it's incredibly stupid
Yeah.
and funny.
Nice one.
Incredibly stupid. And I wonder if a little bit like The Simpsons, it's probably predicting all the ridiculousness that's
Yeah.
going on.
I put Thunder Road.
Oh,
I really
good
like
I love
choice.
Thunder
That's a
Road.
movie.
What is that? Yeah.
It's that film about the dad and this dad and his just had a divorce.
Yeah.
And it's him trying to
See
Got
his
mental-
child.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a cop, and he basically has a mental breakdown.
Breakdown.
You saw the trailer, it's when he was dancing in a church.
He's dancing in a church, and it's
Oh,
based.
yes.
It was originally
It's really
based.
funny in it as well.
Really
Yes,
funny, isn't it?
yes.
Now Kiki caught that, didn't you? I think you watched it on the way down somewhere. We were driving somewhere in the car, and you kind of almost. I love this. You kind of grabbed me and went, Why wasn't that on your top 10 films? It was so good.
Yeah.
It really was a brilliant film. And the director approached us to watch it. Do you remember?
And he directs, stars,
And he's the-
wrote,
And edits it.
He does
yeah.
everything.
Yeah. Really good film. Actually, it's a really good suggestion.
It is.
Yeah, the trailer. He's standing out in the street screaming.
No, it's in a
shouting.
church.
Yeah, no, but at one point he is
Yeah,
shouting.
yeah,
It's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
on
yeah. I remember that. Oh yeah. I have to
And
watch
it's
that.
and what's nice about it, it's crisp, it's indie, it's short, very funny, and
Yeah.
you'll feel emotional, but not in a kind of oh god, I don't know what to do with it.
Oh
Sort of.
God, that's the
Really
recommendation.
good, brilliant. Oh,
I've
nice.
forgotten that.
Well, on my list was Succession for sure, but running parallel with that as one of the finest drama series I've ever seen, directed, acted. I mean, every single actor in it is utterly brilliant, and that's Ozark.
Oh my God. And the new series of that lands this week. Third
And
series.
It's based around Jason Bateman is the lead actor and director and producer in it, isn't he? And it's just based
Big man
around
crush, man.
a family that get caught up in the mafia, basically the money laundering,
Well,
Mexican drug cartel.
Yeah.
Does cartel and mafia mean the same thing? Is a cartel just
A
mafia?
cartel is a sort of group of people.
Yeah.
Isn't
Maybe
it?
it does. The
And
cartel's the word for.
it is petrifying, and it reminds us how all of us at any minute, my God, we're living that now.
Yeah.
How our life is a set dressing and it can just all change in a moment, and this family's life changes in a moment. And it is, I mean, I watch it with absolute panic in my chest all the way through it. So, and it's just about to come out now, the
Third series.
tomorrow. Or is it tonight?
Third series, I think, lands today, tomorrow, or this
So
one.
so I would
take
really,
your time, because there's plenty of time to catch up
Because
with
it will
the new
sit
series.
there, but I really recommend that you watch it right from the beginning. Where would people watch it?
Netflix, that's on Netflix.
Netflix,
So it's
that's
Laura
Netflix.
Linney, isn't it? The actress.
Laura Linney
Is phenomenal.
You might not know her name,
Oh
but you
my
know her
God.
face. She is, and this series apparently she really takes over. So.
Does she? And I would recommend first episode, stick with it. It's very violent.
But,
I've only
yeah,
seen the
but it
first
doesn't
episode.
stay that violent
No, it
and that
doesn't.
sexual, but
Yeah.
it gets through the first episode.
Good choice. Good choice. Nan?
Well, mine's a bit of an obvious one. It's Killing Eve. I don't,
Oh, yeah, good one. All series?
how many series? Two.
Three. There've been three. Have there been three?
No, it's
No, there's been two. Sorry, the third one's
Third in the
about to come
making.
out.
Second one, well, is the second series of anything as good as the first? Maybe not. Only slightly not. as
Right,
good.
okay.
But it's fantastic for all the reasons.
Yeah, I mean, the first series is inimitably good, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, it really
yeah.
was.
Utterly unique, just
Utterly
so
unique.
exciting and fresh and new and different to anything else.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Brilliant
right.
actress.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the actress's name? Jodie.
Jodie Comer.
Yeah.
My next one is going to be a show that we only saw recently, but has clambered its way to the top of my all-time favourite series, and it's The Servant.
Yeah.
And I think
Real surprise hit for us.
yeah, with
Creeper.
a real creeper, and it's on Apple TV. If you're not subscribed, you'll be able to see the first episode for free as a trial, and then you have to pay, like most things, to watch the rest. But The Servant, so the premise being, it's about well, I don't want to give away too much,
No.
because the concept of it is about a woman, and let's say it deals with postnatal depression and trauma.
But in a way that you've never,
In a way that
you could never imagine.
I think, Mum, you have to watch it. You're going to absolutely love it.
God,
Rupert
Giles.
Grint is one of the biggest names in it, but then it's also got an actor that we know from Black Mirror, don't we?
I don't know his name.
And the female actress, the lead actress in it who plays the mum, is phenomenal.
And you can't, the
Yeah.
whole time you watch it, you just can't work out what they're going to do,
No,
where it's going.
not at
Where
all.
they're one thing I would say is, because I don't really like horror or anything being too
Although it's not
scary.
overtly a horror.
Don't worry, it feels like it's
Yeah.
going to be a horror, and I was like, oh, am I going to be able to watch
Yeah.
this? But it's thrilling more, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
it is.
thrilling and,
Yeah.
and a bit creepy,
And yet,
but
yeah,
not.
at the edges there is something, you don't quite
Yeah,
know
there is
what's
a bit-
really
there's
going
something
on.
a bit-
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you wouldn't be scared to go to bed that night
Yeah.
after you'd watched it.
I've never known a series maintain a building sense of foreboding so convincingly for so long.
Wow.
Quite something. So that's mine.
Brilliantly paced.
Brilliantly paced. Say that again?
The Little Peep documentary.
Oh, The Little Peep.
Little Peep.
Everybody,
Lil Peep is a
everybody-
Lil Peep.
Everybody's everything.
Oh, right, tell us about that. Yeah, because you mentioned this to me the other night.
It's really. I don't know what I loved. I don't know why I loved it so much. But
Yeah.
I didn't know much about him. But after watching it, I really like him.
Is this the guy who was the rapper?
Yeah.
And did he die or was he
Yeah.
So
killed?
yeah, Lil Peep died 2 or 3 years ago now.
Yeah, it was like 2.
And he died. It was an overdose on quite a few drugs at the same
Oh,
time.
right, okay.
But there's
It's-
rumours that he was spiked
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
But
It's
yeah.
sad, but like.
He's
Does-
like an emo rapper.
Right.
Yeah.
So is
And does it
sort
tell
of
the story of his life?
Yeah, it's a documentary.
Oh, it's a
A
documentary.
one-off documentary. Yeah. Oh, right.
Documentary
Oh, wow.
film.
Documentary
It's
feature.
really. I want you guys to watch it.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me again
Oh,
the
no.
title.
Everybody's everything.
Well, that's what we'll be doing in isolation.
Everybody's
We'll be
everything. Well,
watching
there you
that.
go.
That's
You're
nice.
getting suggestions and we're getting suggestions.
I think it's really good we write up a list actually of all the things that we want to watch.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Maddie, what's that great suggestion?
I put BoJack Horseman, which is a really good series on Netflix, and it's all about this horse man
It's weird.
who used to be a star in this child TV
It's
show,
very
and
funny.
now he's unemployed and he's like an alcoholic and he doesn't know what to do with his life.
Oh,
And
wow.
it's quite dark, but
Yeah.
it's gallows humour.
Humour. Yeah,
That's
humour.
why me and Dad love it so much. But
It is funny.
I really recommend it, especially for this isolation.
It's
stuff.
and it's a great one if you've had a couple of beers late at night and if you want to.
Yeah, because he just gets like tossed.
Yeah, he does. It's very surreal. I mean, it's very again. That's on Netflix as well. It's a great
Netflix
series.
original.
What's your next one, Ned?
My next one is Happy Valley.
Ooh.
I absolutely loved this series.
Get
With
this on
Sarah
BBC
Lancashire.
iPlayer, I think.
BBC iPlayer. It's a couple of years old, but oh my God.
Is that the one where she's a police officer?
She's a police officer, and it's about a serial rapist. So not one to watch maybe late at night if you're on your own, but it's excellent. Excellent writing, excellent acting,
It is brilliantly
excellent
acted.
suspense, brilliant. I love a good thriller. I love to read thriller, and I like to watch thriller. And there's an end to it. You know, you feel like it's just one series.
Yeah. Mum, you got another one?
Hold on. Well, this seems a strange one, and this is going back. I've no idea if this is still airing or whatever. And this is my fascination with Sherlock Holmes, the Sherlock Holmes genre generally. And this is one that you might not know. It's an American-made thing. It's called Elementary.
I've heard about it. Yeah.
Johnny Lee Miller.
Oh yes.
People will remember from Trainspotting.
Yeah.
Plays Sherlock.
Yeah, you used to
and
go to
Lucy
Angelina.
Liu, they changed the sex
Marriage.
of Watson, and they make her into Watson.
And what do you like about it? Is it quite? Because I
It's
think.
beautifully written.
Is it?
Incredible episodes where you really don't know what the hell's happening. But it
Oh, wow.
focuses absolutely, again, it's a bit like the Joker in film terms. It concentrates on his mental health.
Ah.
He's an alcoholic and drug addict.
Yeah,
and he has
great.
to attend.
As Sherlock Holmes was.
Yeah, and he has to attend 5-step, 12-step
Could be 5 step
programs
if you're a bit
everywhere.
lazy.
And a couple I saw about 5 series. I don't know how many there
Yeah.
are. It's
Ooh, maybe that's a nice one to
brilliantly
look into.
acted, and some of them take place actually either in the meeting or just after the meeting. And it's really, really good. That was my guilty pleasure for ages, about a year then. Yeah.
Okay. Big Little Lies is my next one.
Oh God, I forgot about that. That would definitely have been on my list. 100% watch it.
HBO, I think Sky
Brilliant.
Atlantic,
how
obviously
did I forget that?
Nicole Kidman,
Okay, so now
Reese
I've got
Witherspoon.
Ozark, Succession, and Big Little Lies. We would say, wouldn't we, that we
Big
just
Little Lies.
loved all
I
of
mean,
those so
the
much.
first series phenomenal. The second series, in many ways, I thought was almost better than the first.
So hard to do a second series.
So
better
hard to
than
do
the
a second.
first.
Though I would say that I was a little bit disappointed with the end of season 2. The content in season 2 I thought was almost richer than season 1,
incredible.
because it was
The
all
end
about
was-
managing the end of season 1. I didn't see how they could do another one. Did you? I felt they sort of ended it.
Of course it can.
Yeah, I don't want to give away how it ended. I was a bit disappointed, but it's beautifully shot.
Absolutely, you want to know what happens next.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautifully acted, beautifully shot, brilliantly written.
I put Dark Crystal.
Hey!
Because I don't know a single one. I only know one of my mates that have watched it, and I think it's a real shame because although it's very like retro, and it's like because there's the original film that came out in the 70s.
84, I think it was, or 85. Yeah.
In the 80s, it's basically all puppetry, and I mean I love puppetry. If you don't love puppetry, then it'll be a slight problem. But it's retro, and I love how they're not like perfect. Like their mouths don't move very well, and but I feel so nostalgic when I absolutely love it, and it cheers me up, but also depresses me. But it's a good.
You're
one
a
to
big
watch.
fan of that too, aren't you?
It's a beautiful show, actually.
Yeah, I have to say I followed it too, and you're right. It does the amazing thing of making you feel like you're in the 80s, yet you're firmly now.
Yeah,
Weird.
yeah, because it's got the pace of like.
Yeah, come on Netflix,
modern.
recommission it. You're hesitating on that one. I
Yeah,
don't
but
know
it's
why.
not enough people watching it, so all of you go watch.
Come on, everyone,
it.
go watch it, and then we'll get a second series. Kooky Beaky, what's your next one?
When They See Us.
When
None
They-
of you have watched it.
Oh,
so
you pulled the well. No,
Mum wouldn't know.
I've watched the first episode,
Yeah, word.
and you're right. It requires our attention. So describe it. Is that the
So
one?
good. Like I loved it so much. It's one of my favourite things I've ever watched from Netflix.
Yeah, we have to sit down and. Oh no,
It's
your
only
mum.
like 4 episodes.
Mum won't.
Why do you keep saying I wouldn't like?
Because you
Whenever I
started
play
it and you
you
couldn't
go upstairs.
cope with it. It was the Central
It's the
Park
one about
one.
the
Oh, gosh,
boys.
yeah.
Central.
I mean, it's really sad, but like
The Central Park
Oh yeah, I've
The
never
Central
got to the
Park,
end of that.
It does. I have to say. I mean, it's an incredibly. The first episode is very distressing because the distress is, of course, there's all sorts of violence and racism and all that. But it's the injustice.
Injustice.
You feel it coursing
Oh,
through your.
don't.
But you were so smitten by that, weren't you?
I love it. So
Yeah.
It's a
yeah.
procedural.
When I was a
isn't it?
kid, when I was
Yeah.
a teenager, that I used to seek out that sort of show.
Yeah, yeah.
And my mum used to say, "Oh, I just can't watch that sort of stuff," and I'd get so angry with her. I'd think, "Why can't you? How can you just turn your face away from
Yeah.
this?" And yet here I'm just like my bloody mum now.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's a
Weird.
very, very, very. I mean, I've only, as I say, only seen the
Based
first
on a
episode.
true story.
Based on
Yeah.
a true story, absolutely. Nat,
Let's go for a movie now. The Lone Ranger.
Ooh.
We loved this movie.
Yeah,
and
good
it was
choice.
brilliantly made film.
And it got such bad reviews.
And it
Yes.
got terrible reviews, and we were so cross about it for weeks afterwards.
Yeah.
It was done an absolute disservice. Do
still
not
angry.
believe the critics. You can really sit down as the whole family and watch this, and it's quite
And that's
long.
coming from Mum, who's
It's
not a
quite
Johnny
long.
Depp fan.
and you are not that kind of
but it
action
was
film
perfect
fan.
for him.
Yeah, but
Well,
Mum
I-
also doesn't like
Doesn't like Johnny Depp.
But it's a couple. It's good too. It's maybe just
About 2.5 hours.
Yeah. So if you really want, if you're all
it's
just fed up, you just
brilliant.
really need to lose
It's
a couple of
so
hours
funny.
together.
It's so funny.
So
it's
good.
so good.
Where would
It
they
is.
find that?
That will be go on to Apple iPlayer, Apple
TV.
TV. Yeah, you'll be able to buy it as a movie or rent it. But really, interestingly, on that note, though, the critics, a number of main critics like Variety, Hollywood Reporter, have actually come out and admitted they got it wrong.
Oh,
I mean,
well,
it was because it was
And
that
ruined the
good.
film.
But
They
they
spent a
ruined its box
fortune
office
on
because they
it.
were sick of Johnny Depp being in blockbusters.
That's so unfair. He was so good in it.
So
as well.
unfair, so unfair. I'm going to go with a movie, Free Solo, documentary
Oh,
about the
yes.
free climber,
Oh, yeah.
which won the Oscar
The
a couple of years ago.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I wanna watch that.
Have you seen it? No, it's a phenomenal film, and it's not just, it is an amazing film about climbing ludicrous mountains without any aid or support, but it's a fascinating portrait about the human condition.
Yeah.
And about what it means to live life on the edge and to be driven. And there's a really compelling subplot in the whole thing about his girlfriend and how she manages it, and how she sort of has a relationship with a man, knowing that every time he heads off to go and have some fun or do his thing, he nearly dies. Beautifully shot, beautifully made. And interestingly, the directors of that documentary have just been recruited to make a fiction of the Thai cave boy story.
Oh, that'd be good.
So
I'm
that should be,
fascinated by that
should be
story.
fascinating too. So that is a great one. If you want to sit there going like that,
Yeah.
that's it. That's your film.
I put The World's End, which is the
Oh.
Simon Pegg
Oh my
and
god.
Nice.
Nick Frost film, because I don't know why it's one of my
Always
favourite
loved that.
films to
I've
sit
never
down
laughed
and
that
watch.
hard in a film.
It's
Yeah.
honestly so funny, and it's
Yeah.
just so British,
Yeah.
and I absolutely.
But you're
I
a
absolutely
big
love
Simon
it.
Pegg fan.
I am, and
Yeah.
Nick Frost. I love the two of them
Yeah,
so
Shaun
much.
of the Dead and all that
I
stuff.
met
Yeah,
Nick
so
Frost. I
basically
spent a day with Nick
that
Frost.
whole
He's lovely.
that whole trilogy really. So like Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead,
Yes.
and The World's End, because they're really funny ones to just sit down and watch.
Nanny Di.
Also with the pubs closed, it's all about them drinking.
Oh
in
my god,
pubs.
of course. Yeah, live vicariously. Good
Oh,
point.
that's a good point. Yeah, it is. True Detectives is the
Oh,
first
True
one.
Detectives, brilliant
I
choice.
was the only person that I think that thought the second series was as good
Oh,
as
that's
the
a
first
great.
series.
I think you would like that, although it might be a bit gruesome again.
It is
isn't it?
incredibly gruesome,
It's
but I
so
love where
good.
it's set. It's
Yeah, Woody Harrelson,
Matthew McConaughey.
I can never. Trouble is, I can never
You
understand.
can
some of the
in
I
that.
have
They
to
must
say-
have had a word with him.
I was travelling around and filming in America a lot for the first season. The first season, beautifully shot.
It's
I think Woody Harrelson is brilliant.
We
in it.
started to watch together, and I really liked the look of it, but I just couldn't understand him. Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
you
was
stopped-
he was
oh,
very
I
very.
I
remember.
just can't understand bloody word he says.
Directed and supervised by the
I
current
love his
director of
voice
the new
though. I don't
Bond
know
film.
what's something
I know what you
so
mean.
calm
though, so-
about it.
You know, he's on the car map. You can have a bedtime story with Matthew
Oh, yeah.
McConaughey every
That sounds
night.
Oh, I know.
Loads of people use him.
I
Yeah,
might do
Michael
that.
Bublé.
Is that just
Yeah.
because
his
of
voice
the
every night?
rhythm of his
Yeah.
voice?
No,
Does anyone
he's
understand
done
it?
it for the
He's
car
just-
map.
he's just
He's
got-
read a story.
No,
Yeah.
but I mean,
really
because
relaxing
nobody can
voice.
understand what he's
Yeah.
No, it's because
saying.
he's got a relaxing.
Yeah.
I can understand what he says
I
in
can
some stuff.
too
It's like
now.
the odd film that he.
Okay, well that's a
says
good
as
one. That's a good one. True Detectives first season, but you say second season's worth of watch too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, because
Is that the one
everybody
with
turned
Colin
against
Farrell?
it because I can't remember.
Is it Colin Farrell?
Yes,
Was he in it? Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I haven't seen it. Maybe I'll check
Yes,
that.
yes.
Kiki, what's your next one, please?
Peanut butter popcorn.
Peanut Butter Falcon.
That's
It's
fantastic.
one of the it's a
So
top
good.
film.
I'm the only one that
You
hasn't
still need
seen
to
it.
watch it.
Oh, mad.
Well,
you
you
two
called
should
it,
hide
didn't you?
away in there and watch it. Yeah, it's
It's
so
such a
good.
cute
Yeah.
film.
It's
Such a
cute film.
moving,
Yeah.
heartwarming
Feel good.
film.
True
Feel
meaning
good.
of the word
Yeah,
feel good.
looks stunning.
Looks stunning. You love your Shia
Stunning.
LaBeouf.
Yes.
Don't we all?
He is gorgeous.
I'm going to suggest this series because I don't think the girls are going to, but if you can stomach some extraordinarily explicit and yet important series making, this was Leonardo DiCaprio's favourite series of the year, Euphoria. And it's very much a young adult series. It shocked to the core me and Nadia because it really provides a spotlight into a world of what's going on for young adults and teens. It is not for the faint-hearted. It is not for the faint-hearted. I wouldn't let Kiki watch it, but it is one of the most beautifully crafted series I think I've ever seen.
It's genius. It's a piece of genius. In fact, Leonardo DiCaprio on the red carpet going to the Oscars or something, he said it was one of the finest things.
He said, "I love what they're doing in that show. They're breaking sort of boundaries, and it really does.
Boundaries, the music,
in storytelling,
everythed about it.
I've seen one.
I loved
thought
it.
It was astonishing.
That was on my list too.
Oh, okay, sorry. Nat.
I'm going to do a film, Star is Born, and I keep banging on about it. It was my favourite film in our top 10. But I mean, if you haven't seen it, now is the time to sit and watch it with all this time that we have on our hands.
Yeah.
Utterly brilliant. Lady Gaga, who I wasn't a fan of before, is just
Bradley
perfection.
Cooper though.
But
Bradley
Cooper. Every one of us in this family, men included, fell madly and passionately in love with Bradley Cooper to the point where we could hardly eat or sleep.
Yeah.
I still can't.
It's such a special film.
Such a special film. Check out our review actually of that.
Yeah, just check out our playlist. Playlist.
Maddie.
I put down. Now this one's quite sad, but it's also kind of a feel good. But it's Perks of Being a Wallflower.
I love that film. That's a great
I
film.
don't know why the other day I thought I really want to watch Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Yeah. Can we write all these down so you remember to watch them again?
We can watch this.
Which is. Yeah, I absolutely. I mean, a lot of people. Most people have read the book, then they've seen the film, and a lot of people complain about the book. But I really loved the film.
It's a real coming of age film, isn't it?
I think the performance from the main boy in the film is extraordinary.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I love it. It makes me really sad, but
good recommendation.
My next one is Bloodlines.
Brilliant series.
Loved it.
How did we fail to chuck that one on our list?
Bloodlines. How many series of that?
Well, this is the
loads
thing.
of those as
Three.
well.
There's 3 series of it.
Right.
First series, excellent. Second series, excellent. It got uncommissioned after the third series. We started watching the third series, still haven't finished it, but it's just as brilliant.
We do love it.
It's
Just
Let's
as brilliant.
finish it off.
Let's finish it off.
God's sake.
Remarkable.
McQueen.
McQueen.
Me too. It's on my list. I've got to cross it off.
The documentary.
Yeah, loved it.
Brilliant documentary.
All about Alexander McQueen, and it's so fascinating.
It is.
And it's
From start to finish, it's brilliant.
And you're still in love with him, aren't you, the designer? Brilliant soundtrack from Michael Nyman.
Yeah.
It's just and brilliantly made. Just brilliantly made.
Really tragic guy he was. In case nobody knows,
Yeah.
fashion designer, and it just goes right through his life. And they've got brilliant footage of the mum talking all the way through it, his family talking all the way through it. And
If you wanted a good double bill in that vein, I would say Michael Hutchence, or even triple bill. Michael Hutchence,
I
Whitney.
love that film. I forgot to say
Michael
that.
Hutchence, Whitney, and
haven't watched
Alexander
that yet.
McQueen would be a great documentary triple bill, wouldn't it?
That's true.
I'm going to watch that with you girls, Michael
Very
Hutchins.
Very long.
Very long. Yeah. Sharp Objects.
Yeah, loved it.
Sharp Objects, starring Amy Adams. A really distressing watch.
not for the faint.
Not for the faint-hearted,
We
but
keep saying that about a lot.
But an incredibly, it was like being in a really dark, twisted, hallucinogenic dream watching the whole thing in a way.
It was genius.
Watching Amy Adams' alcoholism take us en route, and then the whole thing around the mother and a controlling
And
mother and all that kind of
Munchausen's
stuff.
and-
And set in a sort of Louisiana, deep south type setting, wasn't it? So
Weird,
it
I
has
never
that-
believed her alcoholism. I don't know why.
Did you
Oh,
not?
I did.
No, she never seemed drunk.
No, but
I-
that's a really good alcoholic.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. And I
Just
thought
topping up the
an
whole time.
amazing series that
Daddy
showed
never
us-
used to look drunk. Well, he did at about 3 o'clock in the morning.
She never did.
No, I know what you mean, but there was an amazing series where it was all about where boundaries in family fall apart and how you need to, it was just a really clever,
the ending.
sophisticated. The ending.
Oh my God, that was mental.
It was absolutely shocking.
yeah.
So yeah, Sharp Objects, and again, that's Sky Atlantic HBO if you want to check that one out.
So this is my last one really, because a lot have doubled up, and it's My Beautiful Boy. I still
Beautiful.
Just
Beautiful Boy.
Yeah.
I thought that was such a brilliant film, and I think it was a really important film as well, because I think
Oh yeah.
it, as Maddie pointed out when we did the review, so often we only think of addiction in terms of people that have had dreadful lives and the reason they
Yes.
end up being an addict, but that's not a true understanding of addiction.
Yeah.
And because this was just a very loved middle-class boy with a great future who became an addict, becomes an addict, and the way that rips through the family is absolutely heartbreaking. And I think what's his Chalamet?
Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet.
Jimmy
Should have won the
Chalamet.
Oscar for it. I think it's just shocking.
Wasn't even
So-
nominated.
I don't think
It wasn't even nominated. So
No,
this
it
was an
wasn't.
unnominated Best Actor movie that you
Yeah.
should see if you didn't see it.
And Steve Carell again.
I've got mid-90s.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Because it is really, really sad, but it's also I think it's quite at times it's a feel-good film as well. And
It's got huge energy.
I mean, now I've said it would probably upset me because it would make me want to be with all of my mates.
Oh.
But
Yeah, I wouldn't watch it.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
no, but I think it's a really good. I don't know actually a lot of people that have seen it. A lot of people go, oh
It's on
yeah,
Netflix now
I
as
wanted
well.
to
Is
see
it?
it.
Is it on Netflix?
But I didn't see it. But I think everybody should
Give a
watch
top
it.
line of what it's about, Maddie, for people that haven't seen it.
Well, it's about a little boy who is growing up in a house where he's getting quite badly abused by his older brother. But he ends up getting this big love for skating, and he becomes a part of this big group of really cool kids who are all skaters. And I mean, it was sad, but watching the film, I really wanted their life, like the freedom of going out and doing
Is that the one directed
whatever.
by
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill, about skateboarding. Yeah.
And that was another one of your
it's just
favourites.
so 80s.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved
Yeah.
that film.
That's another one of your favourites, Kix, wasn't it?
And it's so aesthetically pleasing to watch.
It is.
It's so
Yeah.
beautiful.
It's very funny. It's also very funny.
I put 8th grade.
8th grade, great
It
choice.
was so good.
Oh, have you seen it now?
Yeah, that was the
Oh,
one.
brilliant.
That was the one
I
that
took
you
them to
originally
see
saw at the festival,
That's
wasn't it? And
right,
we had to wait
Sundance.
forever to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
that
loved it.
fantastic, the lead actress in that,
Is
the director
astonishing.
found on YouTube.
Well, she
Yeah.
was also the voice, wasn't she, of the
Of the
kid
little
in
girl
Yeah.
in Despicable Me.
Despicable Me.
Yeah.
Directed by Bo Burnham.
The
was a
dad was
YouTuber.
really good at it.
Dad was really good.
And that really, again, is a coming of age film.
What did
isn't
you
it?
like about it? Did you like it? Was
I just
the
loved. She was so good. I felt
She
so
was
sorry
so
for her as
I
well.
know.
It's
The
like sad.
relationship between the girl and her father.
Yeah,
is so
yeah.
cool.
And there are
It's really-
moments in there where you really understand what it means to be a young
Yeah.
girl.
You know, all
Going
the
through-
pressures of body image and
Yeah.
the children under and being the odd one out.
Yeah.
And I would have loved that film when I was a teen.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to go for. I keep waiting for this one to come up. I'm just going to go for it. Netflix series
Yeah, I
that
did put it.
Oh, sorry.
Maddie suggests that Maddie introduced me to. We tried watching it once again. You felt it was
She
going to be
bailed
too
out.
violent. Here's the thing: the concept it revolves around
I'm
stalking.
watching it.
It revolves around
Oh, sorry.
stalking, and as a concept, I know that sort of chills you out to the bone and all that kind of stuff. But it's
so
done
good.
so cleverly.
It's so clever
So
because
clever.
I love when like a film or a show can
Yeah.
the main character is usually
Eminently
typically
likeable.
not likable, but they make him so likable
Oh, I'm-
because
I'm
he's the
rooting
narrator.
for- yeah.
But every time he gets into like a sticky situation, you're like, no, don't get found out.
Yeah,
That is
I mean,
clever.
a bit of a precedent
And
for
he is
this.
there's something so
What's his
charming
name?
about
Penn
him.
Badgley. Is
I
it?
don't know
Penn-
what it is.
But there's a precedent
I've
insofar as
got
there was
it.
another show that used to be called an old show called Dexter that we tried to watch, which was about a
yeah.
serial killer. Yeah, no, it was awful, and that was done badly. This is done brilliantly.
Yeah.
It's sophisticated.
It's what
his
Dexter should
performance is second to none
Exactly.
because most of it is a voiceover in his head.
Yeah, because it's really funny. Netflix put on YouTube a few scenes from the series because a lot of it is just narrating going on in his head. Like even when he's talking to somebody, he answers them usually in his head. And Netflix posted this video on YouTube where they took out all of the narration to show you what it was like in real life and how creepy it actually comes across because he just doesn't answer.
I mean,
them
to shoot
sometimes.
some of those scenes will have been really hard because he doesn't say it. So, it's been an absolute indulgence, and I don't want to get to the end of that season 2, and that's
Beware
brilliant.
life.
Yeah, season 2 is just as good as well.
Yeah,
as
it
season
really
1.
is. If not
In my
slightly,
opinion,
I
a
think
lot of
slightly
people did
better.
like it.
Right, this is the last of my weird 3. Father.
Oh, good choice.
Yeah.
Martin Freeman, was it in the first series?
Yeah, which seems going back a
Remember,
long
he was so
time.
good. We loved that
We
show.
never watched the last series.
No, well,
why
Ewan
didn't we?
McGregor with his strange hair,
Oh,
like,
that's
almost
right.
put people off. But no, it's as good.
Is it as good?
Writing's as good. It's all as good. It's just that people have favourites, don't they, in terms of actors.
There were 3 series of that.
Yeah, there were
and I
3.
think we've seen
And
2.
Ewan
We saw the
McGregor,
2,
Yeah. No,
They were all fantastic.
Really good.
beautifully
I really
made.
recommend it.
And it was the first thing that Nadia realised they can put. This is based on a true story, and it's not
Not a true
necessarily-
story.
Yeah.
Can you
That shocked
believe
you
that?
to the core.
Yeah.
I still haven't got over that.
So what are yours?
Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty. Oh my god, it's so mad, isn't it?
I love it so much. I just rewatch the episodes because
I've seen every season like
Have
10
you?
times.
Yeah, I keep on rewatching it.
It's a great opportunity now, actually, to sit down, bed in, and start a series like that. It's like
It
if I
is.
could, I'd watch The
Ricky.
Simpsons from the beginning. We really like Rick and Morty. It's very.
We say that. We've never been so busy since we've been in bloody
I know- I don't know when I'm gonna
We're
sit down and
We're
watch
working
anything.
from morning till night.
So I've got Clueless, which me and Kiki love.
Oh,
which
is that the film?
Yeah. So it's a film. It's from when did it come out? In the 80s.
Yeah.
Clueless, yeah, it was massive.
Paul Rudd's in it, and
Yeah.
he's like 20.
Yes, I've
It's
watched
based
it
on-
with you.
It's based on
I'd love to watch that
Is
again.
it?
Yeah.
No, that's 10 Things I Hate.
Oh,
About
10
You.
Things I Hate
Oh, I
About
love
You.
that film
I need
as
to
well.
watch that as well.
Oh right, yeah.
We've got to watch that together.
I want to watch Grease again.
No, but Clueless I absolutely love. It's just like one of your typical like old kind of retro
Oh, okay.
classic. Like,
Is it your generation sort of?
No, no, no,
What's
it
the
came
one
out
set
in
in
the-
Oh, did it? Oh, it's quite old. Why did I never see
80s,
Clueless?
90s.
Oh right, okay.
90s.
Is anyone going to mention End of the Effing World?
Mum
I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't really talk about it, did
I
we?
don't remember.
No. No, we
Well, she said
didn't.
it right after I said I'm not a kid.
Oh right. Well, End of the Effing World I thought was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we didn't go
season
into
two.
details.
No, no, no.
Just said it was very similar.
Two
and I really
series. Second series was very good, wasn't it? It was
liked it.
almost.
Two psychopaths, basically,
Yeah.
two teenage psychopaths, and the havoc that they wreak.
Yeah.
And
Thing
it
is,
is
I don't
so
think-
shocking and so fresh and contemporary and
And what's the boy in it
Odd
again?
and quirky.
Alex
Lawther,
Lawther.
who is an absolute
So
favourite
in
of
love
ours.
with him.
So in love with him.
Yeah.
Go on then, fire us some more.
Mean Girls.
Wow, you're going for some real retro numbers
Yeah,
here.
but Mean Girl, everybody
Yeah,
loves Mean
that's
Girls.
good.
I don't even need to talk about Mean Girls, you should just know.
Yeah, you need to
Um,
know, yeah, Mean Girls.
Tropic Thunder.
oh,
Can be
Here's the
So
thing. Here's the
funny.
thing about Tropic Thunder. We watched it the other night, and I watched it. We went into it with a
stands
bit of
the
a heavy
test
heart.
of time.
You guys did.
Yeah, no,
I
no, you
didn't.
didn't. No,
I was
no,
excited.
only insofar as I've seen it about 18 times.
Yeah.
And within minutes, it was as good as the first time I
Yeah.
watched it.
Yeah.
I've not laughed
very,
so hard
very
in a
funny.
long time.
Very funny.
And then my last
All a spoof on a
actors.
movie.
On a
yeah.
Vietnam movie,
yeah.
yeah.
And then my last one, which is like 2, is Anchorman 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Brilliant
Oh my
double
god,
bill.
if I had to guess, if I had to put that on Maddie's gravestone,
Brilliant double bill.
it would
They
be
are just- they
Anchorman
are
1 and
just-
2.
they
They're
are just
absolute
brilliant.
favourites.
No, they really are. And I mean,
They
Will
are, they're
Ferrell at
brilliant.
his best, Paul Rudd.
And stands the
Steve-
test as
Steve
well.
Carell.
Steve
all of them.
Carell.
Versus Lady Bird.
Oh, good job.
Ladybird.
guys. Oh, well, thank you. I'm so
Ladybird.
glad you said Ladybird. I love that.
Hold on one sec.
I want to watch that again. Can we watch that again in isolation? We need what we're going to watch
It's
again
on
in
Netflix as
isolation.
well, man.
Yeah, oh, that's on Netflix. So Ladybird, brilliant. That would be a good double bill.
And
That's
Clueless.
great,
I
wouldn't
want to
it?
watch Clueless because I don't remember it at all, but I remember at the time
And
that I
Mean
loved
Girls.
it.
Which
Triple
had Brittany
bill.
Murphy in it.
Okay, well, they're very girly, so I've just got some suggestions. I think if you're into your movies, it's a great time to binge on every Tarantino film going.
Yeah.
Just watch them all.
Yeah.
Watch the 3 Godfathers.
Oh, I love
Gotta do
Oh,
it.
hang on. Can we have a Godfather Day?
Godfather Day. Let's
I
have a
wanna have a
Godfather. We can sit
Godfather
back.
Day.
We can have snacks. We can.
No, we can't. We haven't
Wes
got any
Anderson
snacks.
Day.
We can't
A
go out.
Wes
Oh,
Anderson
Wes
Day.
Anderson.
Do
I don't- I couldn't do an all day
Life
Wes
at
Anderson.
Martin,
Oh, God, I
Grand
could.
Budapest Hotel.
I could watch Wes Anderson for
And I've got the triple bill of all triple bills to entertain you from the world of superheroes. Guardians of the Galaxy 1,
Yes.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and
Yes.
finally Thor Ragnarok.
I haven't
You'll
seen
be
Thor. I haven't
pissing
seen
yourself.
Thor Ragnarok.
And
Oh, no,
what?
that's not.
I haven't
No.
seen Thor Ragnarok.
Thor
you
Ragnarok.
have?
Yes, you have. Yeah,
You
yeah.
love it.
You loved it. Anyway, so there you go, guys.
Good job.
Films, series, check them all out. Let us know what you think. And can you please tell us stuff that we haven't mentioned that you think we should watch?
Oh God, there's so much more we could mention. We'll probably do another
Come
one.
on, baby.
Bye, bye. For more film and family fun, don't forget to click the subscribe button and make sure to click the bell to never miss an update.